So Tripwire has unveiled all the new content coming in the 2022 Christmas update, including 4 new weapons, a new official map, a new weekly outbreak, along with existing weapon improvements. Hey guys, this is Chris with B&B Gaming. Welcome back, and I hope you're doing amazing today. Thank you guys all for your likes, your shares, your comments, all your support, definitely appreciated. And if this is your first time here and you're interested in the latest Killing Floor 2 news, the new weapons, the new maps, the new features coming out, along with hopefully Killing Floor 3 news, hit that subscribe button for more content. Now to start with guys, the first thing they announced was a brand new weekly outbreak. In the blog post it says, top minds, or mad ones if you ask some, at Horzine have designed a new challenge to keep mercs training for unusual circumstances. Perk Roulette takes control of the mercs' conditions for each mission. In a modified survival experience, each person's perk will randomly be selected for them at the start of each wave. With a 6-person squad, each perk will only be assigned once, meaning that no 2 mercs can have the same perk at the same time. Additionally, perks will not be repeated. So for example, if you get Demolitionist, you're not going to get Demolitionist again in that game. So the key features of Perk Roulette, each person's perk is selected at the start of every wave, and no 2 players will have the same perk at the same time. Again, perks will not repeat, so if you get, for example, Demolitionist, you won't get Demolitionist again in that game. In addition to the new weekly outbreak, they also announced some weapon improvements they're making. First, they're improving the DLC weapon Gravity Imploder. Here it says they're increasing the equip speed from 1.3 seconds down to 0.5 seconds. Along with that, they're also increasing the fire interval from 1.33 seconds to 1 second. It increases the RPM, or rounds per minute, from 45 to 60, which would be a 25% increase in fire rate. Along with the Gravity Imploder, they're also improving the Dashin gun. Here it says the damage per hit is going to be increased from 60 to 80. The trader price is going to be decreased from 600 down to 400. The dash cost per shot is decreased from 20 down to 10, which means a full magazine cost is decreased from 400 down to 200. Another weapon they're improving is the HRG Beluga Beat. Here it says they removed the need for pre-activating alt fire. Thank you, because that is super annoying. I don't know why it took them so long to figure that out, but hey, at least they're improving it. So in addition to the weapon improvements, they're also adding a new quality of life improvements, the ability to turn off seasonal Zeds. It goes on and says we'll have the option to turn this on or off using the create a match or solo offline. And finally, for PC players, it says server browser allows searching for servers with seasonal Zeds turned off. So I'm curious how this is going to work on console. Is this going to split our player base in half during the updates? You know, you're only going to be matched with other players who don't want the seasonal Zeds? I don't know, this is a strange feature. To me, this would make sense if there were like 1 million Killing Floor 2 players right now, but there definitely is not that many on Xbox. I don't know about PC, I don't know about PlayStation. As far as the 4 new weapons coming in the Killing Floor 2 Christmas Update 2022, the first new weapon is called the HRG Ballistic Bouncer. In the blog post it says, introducing the HRG Ballistic Bouncer, the latest weapon from the Horzine Research Group for support. The group has come up with a new substance that is incredibly dense and has the ability to bounce off hard surfaces. They've modified the Mind Reconstructor and are turning super bouncy balls into a blood sport to wield against the Zeds. Charge up your shot to increase the velocity with which the substance is shot, increasing the number of bounces it's capable of. So the HRG Ballistic Bouncer again is for the support perk. It fires projectiles that can ricochet off surfaces like the Rhino's fragmentation rounds. shots can be charged for faster projectile speed, which will allow for more ricochets. Now I'm curious how this thing is actually going to work with support. Is it going to work with support's armor piercing skill, which says greatly increases penetration with perk weapons? Along with the armor piercing rounds, I think the level 25 skill Penetrator, it says during Z time your perk weapons penetrate through any target they hit. So I would think the ballistic bouncer is going to be nasty in tight corridors. The second new weapon is called the HRG Medic Missile for the Field Medic. In the blog post it says, "Medics, we know you're in a never-ending, demanding job. So how about healing rockets for a high spike AoE healing delivered by a rocket launcher? Scientists here have combined their knack of destruction with the capability to heal. Simply locate a cluster of fellow mercenaries in need of health, load one of our new missiles containing the Horzine patented healing compound, take aim at the injured and fire, and voila, you now delivered a high amount of healing to your new grateful friends." And of course, just like other medic weapons, it poisons Zeds. So the HRG Medic Missile fires a rocket that provides a high spike AoE healing. As with all medic gas-based weapons, the weapon also deals poison damage to Zeds caught in the blast. Now my big question with this weapon is going to be weight, because overall I think the way it sounds like a pretty underwhelming weapon compared to the health thrower or basically any other medic weapon, because you know how many times you're going to shoot off that giant RPG of medic gas. Now if the weight is low, maybe a 5 or 6, I think an interesting option is Survivalist with medic training, because it gives you a 30% healing effect. I know one of my favorite builds of Survivalist is running the medic grenade with spontaneous Z-explosion. I get tons of kills with that, and you also get bonus XP for all the team healing. The third new weapon is a Z eradication device, MK3, a new tier 5 weapon for demolitionists. In the blog post it says, "Techs at Horzine have simplified this gun with a single mode for ease of use. Have no fear though, this gun lives up to its name because this one mode fires a spinning barrel of swarm auto-targeting rockets while spitting out a continuous stream of microwave round to disorientate and daze the Zeds. Charged up bullets will thunder down in an angry fury that will eliminate most mobs, but wait till you get a load of the rockets that will make even larger threats a thing of Christmas past. After a fixed interval of bullets, a high-powered homing rocket is shot at the closest target in front of you." That sounds dumb. Why would it shoot? Why would a huge rocket go off really close to you? Wouldn't it shoot like a medium range or something? I don't know. Anyways, it goes on and says, like predecessors, the Z MK3 is equipped with a radar to illuminate any menace in your close proximity. So the new Z eradication device, Z MK3, is an update from the Killing Floor 1 version. First of all, it fires a spinning barrel of swarm auto-targeting rockets while spitting out a continuous stream of 20mm microwave rockets to disorientate and daze Zeds. It also says that after a fixed interval of bullets, the weapon fires a high-powered homing rocket at the closest target in front of you. Finally, a noob sniper writes, as with the predecessor from KF1, the weapon features a radar display showing positions of nearby enemies. The fourth new weapon coming in the Killing Floor 2 Polar Express update is the HV Storm Cannon, which is a tier 4 weapon for sharpshooter. In the blog post it says, "For the sharpshooter looking for something new and sparkly this season, Horzine brings you the HV Storm Cannon. The HV Storm Cannon fires an electric bullet that does EMP damage that is plenty devastating on its own. However, the lab codes couldn't leave it just at that. With a headshot, it creates a burst of lightning that chains up to 3 times, doing head damage to any Zed stupid enough to be in the original target's vicinity. The first chain lightning does 100% damage, the following shots drop off in damage. So the HV Storm Cannon again is a tier 4 weapon for sharpshooter, fires an electric bullet that does high EMP damage, and if you hate the EDARs, this is going to be a beast weapon for you because the EDARs get destroyed by EMP damage. In addition, the Matriarch also takes a ton of damage from EMP. One thing I'm curious about is, does Rack 'em Up affect this weapon? So say you have 5 stacks of Rack 'em Up, which gives you an additional 50% headshot damage, and you hit a headshot with the HV Storm Cannon, are you going to do 150% more damage? And does its lightning effect do 150% more damage? Ooh, that thing could be nasty strong. So along with the 4 new weapons, the new weekly, they also announced a new official map, Crash. Now at first the community thought that maybe this was a remake of Killing Floor 1's Crash, but actually it's a community made map by Tamari. And just to clarify the point, Tamari writes, this map actually is inspired by the original KF Crash from Killing Floor 1, as it was one of my favorites in that game. Still, it is not a remake. The layout is all its own design, and the helicopter crash has instead been swapped for a derailed train. But the idea of the map revolving around a crashed vehicle in an industrial area is indeed intentional. So in a way, those who think this is related to a Killing Floor 1 map are sorta correct. As far as a release date for the Christmas update, we don't have one quite yet. However, they are saying the PC beta should be starting here any week now. For reference, the PC beta last year started on November 16th and the full update came out on December 9th, so my guess would be we can expect the update around December 13th this year. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of the HV Storm Cannon? What do you think of the updated Z eradication device? What do you think about Perk Roulette? What do you think about Crash? Have you played it? Is it a good map? Let us know in the comments below. For me, starting with the HV Storm Cannon, I'm not a big sharpshooter player, but I love survivalist, so I'm curious whether or not this weapon is going to be viable on him. I'm definitely going to try it out with Spontaneous Z-Explosion, and also with Make Things Go Boom. As far as the Z eradication device, this thing sounds completely crazy awesome to me. In a way it sounds stupid because again, I don't know why it would shoot off a giant rocket right in front of your face. Or maybe that's just a you better make sure when you're using this weapon that, the flesh pound is at least 20 feet away from you before you launch off that homing rocket. I don't know, I'm curious to find out. As far as the HRG ballistic bouncer, it sounds really fun. I'm curious to try it out. I'm really interested to try it out with Penetrator, the support level 25 skill, and see what that does. And finally, the HRG medic missile. On paper, honestly, it sounds really stupid, but who knows? It might be amazing. Finally, as a Killing Floor 2 fan, I'm curious what we're going to get in 2023. Are we going to get more Killing Floor 2 content? Are we going to get a Killing Floor 3? We should be finding out here at the end of December, where they normally have their State of the Game update for Killing Floor 2.